HiBaWa, we are back again. It is Conspiracy Week on the HiBaWa channel, where I react to about 5 TikToks that absolutely blew my mind, made me go, HiBaWa, are they on about? Love this week. These ones are going to be insane. If you like this channel or like these conspiracy videos and like to see them keep going, please leave a like on the video, like and subscribe to the channel, and if you're a fan of rap music or all things rap, there's a lot of that in the channel as well. So without further ado, let's get into these conspiracies. HiBaWa.
This is the biggest coincidence in history. Try asking your history teacher to explain this one. Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John F. Kennedy was elected to Congress in 1946. Lincoln became president in 1860. Kennedy became president in 1960. Both leaders were deeply committed to civil rights. Both first ladies lost a child during their time in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday, and both were shot in the head. Now here's where it gets even stranger. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. Both were assassinated by men from the South. Both were succeeded by Southerners named Johnson. Andrew Johnson, who took over after Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who took over after Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, Lincoln's assassin, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, Kennedy's assassin, was born in 1939. Both assassins were known by their full 3 names. Both names contain exactly 15 letters. Hold on, it gets even more bizarre. Lincoln was shot in a theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a Lincoln car made by Ford. Booth and Oswald were both killed before going to trial. And finally, the wildest part. A week before Lincoln was assassinated, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was killed, he was with Marilyn Monroe. Lincoln was shot in a theater, and his killer fled to a warehouse. Kennedy was shot from a warehouse, and his killer ran to a theater.
That is some mental coincidences. And this whole JFK thing's just getting weirder and weirder. Conspiracies galore about it. But I think the craziest thing about them coincidences was that they were both inside a Monroe. Crazy.
Okay, this can't be real. How was this not worldwide breaking news when it came out? A galactic federation of aliens exists. President Trump and the Israeli government know about it, and we're working with them on Mars. This was an official news release back in 2020, revealed in an interview by a former Israeli space security chief, where he admitted that our governments are in contact with extraterrestrials from a, quote, galactic federation, and that they've specifically asked their points of human contact to not reveal that they're here, that humanity is not yet ready for full-on public disclosure. According to him, they have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. So it seems like they're waiting for our space exploration technology to get better, at which point they'll welcome us into their galactic federation. The supposed whistleblower's name is Haim Eshed, who spent 30 years as head of Israel's Defense Ministry's space security program. A highly respected professor and well-decorated retired general. This guy ain't no kook. He also said there is an agreement between the US government and the aliens. They, the aliens, signed a contract with us to do experiments here on Earth. So they're using our planet as a petri dish for what I assume is biological experimentation on us. They even have a few other cooperation agreements signed between our species, including an underground base in the depths of Mars, where there are American astronauts and alien representatives working together. All according to this guy, take it up with him. Apparently, Trump is well aware of this galactic federation and was on the verge of revealing it to the public just a few years ago, but was specifically asked not to in order to prevent mass hysteria, which I think we can all agree would happen if news like this came out. White House and Pentagon officials declined to comment on this. Kinda sketch. Eshed decided to speak out about this in 2020 as he claimed people became more receptive of extraterrestrials and UFOs by then. Which, yeah, 2020 was the year the Pentagon released their confirmed UFO videos for the first time in history, letting us know they have no idea what the f they're dealing with, which was also just 1 year after Trump officially established the United States Space Force in 2019. Maybe that was his way of hinting at something he couldn't talk about. But of course, the mainstream consensus around this guy is that he's just old and senile juvenile with nothing to lose, around 88 years old at the time his claims were made, and that he was just promoting his book, The Universe Beyond the Horizon, where he makes claims that include stories of how aliens prevented nuclear disasters. But this man isn't your typical conspiracy whack job like me. He is a high-ranking and well-decorated military space intelligence official with master's and doctorate degrees in aeronautical engineering. Did he just decide to tarnish his lifelong reputation by making up something like this to sell a book, or are we about to join a real-life galactic federation?
Wonder if there's any jobs going in the Galactic Federation. What the pension's like. Wonder if they need anything. What can I do? Probably just show up and be like, does anyone want me to rap? Yeah. I don't know. The Galactic Federation. I don't know if Trump's been on a flight log to Galactic Federation. That list will probably never see the light of day. Just like another one. Either this is some Assassin's Creed ancestry stuff and they're all great ancestors and they look exactly alike, or Justin Timberlake is bringing sexy back in time.
They've been hiding technologies like crazy, suppressing them. There's no way you could tell me in the 21st century on planet Earth, with the amount of geniuses that we have walking around, that we're still driving around in combustion engines and launching rockets and satellites into space using chemical propellants. Basically controlled explosions to get into space. Are you kidding me? We're using combustion engines in the 21st century? I gotta get on a plane in Miami and fly for 38 hours just to get to Cambodia. Why is it taking me 38 hours of my life to go from point A to point B on this planet? When we had the supersonic transport back in the 80s, you can go from New York to London in less than 3 hours. And now it's the 21st century and we've gone backwards from that? Planes flying at 400 or 500 miles an hour? Are you kidding me? It's by design. All of this is by design. It's all been suppressed. And the biggest tool for humanity that has been suppressed is anti-gravity. The US Navy has patented anti-gravity. The patent describes a device that uses a microwave emitter to create a high-frequency electromagnetic wave through a cavity and create a polarized vacuum. This polarized vacuum in turn reduces the mass of the weight of the vehicle. The first invention that came out way before this one got approved, and the guy disappeared and he was never able to answer the patent office questions, so it got abandoned. And then miraculously, a few years later, the Navy pops up with the same exact description and it's approved, and they own it. These people at the very top of the pyramid are suppressing, oppressing, holding back these advanced technologies.
Supersonic speed plane travel, that would be absolutely insane. I would say Ryanair would hack up some price and still make you stand, to be fair. But like, one thing I wouldn't want is going to a stag do in Medina and travelling supersonic speed and miss the crack in the plane. Wouldn't even be able to finish one half tin of Moretti by the time we're landing. Bay's landing on the strip out of a UFO. Well, that's what we need. Bay's getting UFOs to the stags, their own. Not these airlines getting supersonic speed. Please.
What's a conspiracy theory you 100% know is true?
Root canals. There's this YouTube video, which before was a documentary on Netflix before it got pulled after 2 weeks, known as The Root Cause. The Root Cause discusses the big psyop by dental industry and by big pharma to fuck people's health up through root canals. You can't even watch it in the United States. You have to turn on a VPN because it's banned by the American Dental Association, which is in bed with big pharma. I had a root canal recently removed, and once they did the DNA biopsy on the tooth, they found 20 different types of parasites growing and living inside of my jaw, which is absolutely horrendous. And obviously the dentist isn't going to tell you that. So stay away from fluoride, stay away from root canals.
Well, that's me snookered after this here treatment. Are you serious? Are you serious? After this football injury, me getting root canal treatment done, now I'm walking about with a mouth full of parasites and big pharma. What is going on? Well, that one's freaked me out. Anyway, that is it for this week, guys. I'll see you in 2 weeks again for the conspiracy videos. Next week will be Rhino Talks. As I say, we also have a load more of rap-related stuff on the channel as well. Please check it out. Like the video, helps with the algorithm. Find new people, new subscribers, trying to reach 1,000 by the end of the year. So, let's make it happen. HiBaWa!